Hey there, fellow explorers and armchair adventurers. We all crave a little mystery in our lives, right? Well, buckle up because today we're diving headfirst into the strange, the unexplained, and the downright bizarre occurrences that have plagued travelers throughout history. From ghostly apparitions on the high seas to cryptids lurking in the shadows, we're about to embark on a wild ride through the uncanny side of travel. These stories, my friends, will make you question everything you thought you knew about the world and the things that go bump in the night or day, depending on where you are in the world. So grab your travel journals, hold onto your hats, and get ready to explore the unknown. Picture this. You're sailing across the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. The sun is setting, casting an ethereal glow across the rippling waves. You're feeling good, and maybe a little seasick, but that's not the point. Suddenly on the horizon, a ship emerges from the mist. It's a majestic vessel, seemingly plucked straight out of a pirate tale, with towering masts and billowing sails. But something's not quite right. As you strain your eyes, you notice the ship is eerily silent. No crew on deck, no smoke rising from its chimney. You grab your binoculars, your heart pounding in your chest, and as you zoom in, the ship flickers like a candle flame in the wind and then vanishes into thin air. Gone without a trace, leaving you and your crew utterly baffled and a little bit terrified. Was it a trick of the light, a figment of your imagination, or perhaps something far more mysterious? Whatever the explanation, the legend of the ghost ship continues to haunt the high seas, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved. Unless you're us, obviously, in which case we're going to need to get a boat and some motion sickness medication. Checking into a hotel room in a foreign country should be a moment of excitement, a chance to rest and recharge before embarking on new adventures. But for some unlucky souls, it can turn into a nightmarish encounter with the supernatural. Imagine settling into your room, unpacking your bags, and as you're drifting off to sleep, you hear it. A soft whisper, a rustle in the corner, a cold spot that sends shivers down your spine. You dismiss it at first, blaming travel fatigue and an overactive imagination. But as the night wears on, the disturbances intensify. The temperature plummets, objects move on their own, and disembodied voices seem to seep from the walls themselves. Suddenly that comfy hotel room feels more like a haunted prison. You try to rationalize it, of course, but deep down a primal fear takes hold. You're not alone. This room, it seems, has a story to tell, and you're just along for the terrifying ride. Just remember, if the ghost tries to offer you any room service, politely decline. You don't know where that food has been. Time travel, a concept that has captivated the human imagination for centuries. But what if I told you it might not be as far-fetched as we once thought? Imagine strolling through the bustling streets of a foreign city, soaking in the sights, sounds, and smells of a different culture. You duck into a quaint antique shop, intrigued by the dusty relics and forgotten treasures. You browse for a while, lost in the history surrounding you, and then, as if by magic, you step back out onto the street, only to find something is terribly wrong. The bustling crowds have vanished, replaced by an eerie stillness. The buildings around you seem to have aged decades in the space of minutes. You check your watch, your mind racing, and realize that hours have passed, even though it felt like mere moments inside the shop. Had you stumbled into a time warp? A glitch in the fabric of reality? The experience leaves you shaken, questioning the very nature of time itself. We've all heard the tales of mythical creatures lurking in the shadows, from the elusive Bigfoot to the legendary Loch Ness monster. But what about the cryptids that don't make the headlines, the ones that are so strange, so outlandish, that their existence seems impossible? Imagine trekking through a remote rainforest, the air thick with humidity and the sound of exotic birdsong. You're on the hunt for adventure, eager to experience the raw beauty of nature. But as you venture deeper into the wilderness, you stumble upon something unexpected, a creature unlike anything you've ever seen before, defying all known classification. It could be a creature with shimmering scales, glowing eyes, or the ability to vanish into thin air. Whatever it is, it's real and it's staring right at you. You try to rationalize it, to explain it away as a trick of the light or a figment of your imagination. But deep down you know what you saw. You've had a close encounter with the unknown, a brush with a creature that exists on the fringes of our understanding. They say that traveling with a companion enhances the experience, creating shared memories that last a lifetime. But what happens when that companion vanishes without a trace, leaving you stranded in a foreign land with more questions than answers? Imagine hiking through a dense forest, following a winding trail with your friend by your side. You stop for a moment to catch your breath, admiring the view, and when you turn around, your friend is gone. You call out their name, your voice echoing through the trees, but there's no response. Panic sets in as you frantically search the area, but there's no sign of them anywhere. Did they wander off the trail? Were they abducted by aliens? Or did something even more sinister occur? The mystery deepens with each passing moment, leaving you grappling with guilt, fear, and the agonizing uncertainty of their fate. The vast and desolate outback of Australia is a place of stark beauty and unforgiving conditions. It's also a hotbed for UFO sightings and tales of alien abduction. Imagine camping under the stars, the Milky Way stretching across the night sky like a celestial tapestry. You're miles from civilization, surrounded by nothing but the sounds of nature. As you drift off to sleep, you're awakened by a strange humming sound and a blinding light that engulfs your campsite. You're paralyzed with fear as you witness a disc-shaped object hovering above you, bathing the surrounding landscape in an eerie glow. The next thing you remember is waking up inside the object, strapped to a cold metal table surrounded by strange beings with large black eyes. They communicate telepathically, probing your mind, studying your body. Then, just as suddenly as it began, you're back in your tent, the object gone, the only evidence of the encounter, a strange burning sensation on your arm, and a missing chunk of time you can't account for. We all love to bring back souvenirs from our travels, tokens to remind us of the incredible experiences we've had. But what if that innocent-looking trinket you picked up at a local market turned out to be cursed? Imagine browsing through a bustling marketplace, your senses overwhelmed by the vibrant colors, exotic aromas, and the cacophony of vendors hawking their wares. You stumble upon a stall selling ancient artifacts, and something catches your eye. It could be an ornate amulet, a beautifully carved statue, or a mysterious scroll covered in strange symbols. You're drawn to it, compelled to possess it, unaware of the darkness it holds within. You purchase the artifact, feeling a sense of excitement and intrigue. But as soon as you leave the marketplace, things start to go wrong. Unexplained accidents, strange illnesses, and a string of bad luck follow you wherever you go. The artifact, it seems, has a mind of its own, and it's not afraid to wreak havoc on your life. Parallel universes, alternate realities, dimensions existing alongside our own. It's the stuff of science fiction, right? But what if the line between fiction and reality is blurrier than we think? Imagine exploring an ancient ruin, the stones whispering tales of forgotten civilizations. You stumble upon a hidden chamber untouched for centuries. As you step inside, you notice a strange shimmering in the air, like a heat wave distorting the light. You reach out to touch it, and suddenly you're pulled through, tumbling into a vortex of colors and sensations. You find yourself in a world both familiar and strange, where the laws of physics seem slightly altered and people you know are living completely different lives. You try to make sense of it, to rationalize it, but the truth is far more bizarre. You've stumbled into a parallel universe, a glimpse into an alternate reality that exists alongside our own.
Ancient temples, steeped in history and shrouded in mystery, have long been a source of fascination and wonder. But what if those ancient walls could talk? What secrets would they reveal? Imagine wandering through a secluded temple, the air thick with incense and the sound of chanting monks. You come face to face with a magnificent statue, its eyes seeming to follow your every move. As you stare into its ancient gaze, you hear it, a faint whisper barely audible above the temple's ambient noise. You brush it off at first, attributing it to the acoustics of the space or perhaps your own imagination. But as you draw closer, the whispers grow louder, clearer, resolving into words you can understand. The statue is speaking to you, sharing secrets long forgotten, prophecies of the future, or perhaps just some ancient temple gossip.
Time loops, a popular trope in science fiction, allow characters to relive the same day over and over again. But what if you were trapped in a time loop in real life? Imagine visiting a historic battlefield, the air heavy with the weight of history. You're eager to learn about the past, to connect with the events that unfolded on that very ground. But as you walk among the monuments and memorials, you experience a strange sensation, a sense of déjà vu so intense it's disorienting. You start to notice that the same events are repeating, the same conversations, the same actions, playing out exactly as they did before. You try to break free from the loop, to change the course of events. But no matter what you do, you're drawn back to the beginning, forced to relive the same day again and again. The loop becomes your prison, a tormenting cycle from which there seems to be no escape. So there you have it, folks. 10 bizarre travel tales that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the world. From ghost ships to time warps, cryptids to cursed artifacts, the world is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Do you have a strange travel story of your own? Share it in the comments below. We're always on the hunt for new mysteries to explore. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next adventure into the unknown. Stay curious, my friends.